Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye up, bye up. Let's get to the intro. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that I am kicking. And I appreciate the support, man. Thank you. I'm very humbled by it. So let's talk Lefty Gunplay, the artist formerly known as, right? The artist allegedly known as the knockout artist now, right? Because it was reported that Lefty Gunplay put somebody on their pockets. Lefty Gunplay is tired of the bullshit. He is tired of people drawing funny pictures of him, right? He is tired of people saying he can't rap. He is tired of saying that he needs a ghost writer, right? Whatever the case may be, man, there's some alleged shit going on around here. And I use the word alleged loosely in this video because Lefty Gunplay, everyone's favorite rapper that can't rap, decided that somebody was in his face and he had to get him up out of his face. Now, this video that's floating around, there's a lot of different theories. There's some people saying it was just a drunk guy mouthing off to Lefty and Lefty could only take so much. There's a lot of people that are saying allegedly it was Lefty. It could have been someone else. There's also a lot of people saying it could have been AI. Look, I've never seen AI that grainy. So I'll just tell you guys right now, allegedly it was somebody who looked mighty close to Lefty Gunplay, right? Whatever the case may be, this video was caught, this footage was caught in front of what it looks like a nightclub or a restaurant. Lefty Gunplay was out there. Seems like a female, maybe another person was with them. And somebody was saying something to him. And then all of a sudden, it's kind of blurry. It's kind of grainy in the video. I'm not going to show the video here just based on it's a little violent. But you see the person fall back. It looks like Lefty, or the person who looks like Lefty, swung twice. And this person falls straight back and is knocked out cold. Now, I'll say this. I don't want to be one of the ones that is pushing this narrative that could quite possibly get Lefty in some type of financial trouble or even some fucking trouble with the police. But at the end of the day, man, you got to watch what you do out there. Just last week, I almost had the same type of interaction. I could have got put on my pockets, or Spider-Man could have got put on his pockets. But there's a lot of different processing that's going on when you're caught up in a situation like this. See, you always got to be prepared. You always got to be ready. You never know what the other man's thinking when they're going to swing. I mean, you got to be able to look into their eyes and recognize and realize if they have that eye of the tiger, if they're willing to get off. Some people got it, some people don't. In this case, we don't know the backstory, what led up to this incident, or even if it was Lefty Gunplay. There's a lot of people running around stirring up rumors, and that's just that, rumors. Okay, what they need to do is stop showing this footage online because it's not a notch in Lefty's belt. Obviously, whoever it was, they looked inebriated, they looked drunk, intoxicated. Some say they even looked homeless. I don't know if they were standing in front. Maybe they were asking Lefty for an autograph, for some money, antagonizing and harassing him, which I'm sure he gets a lot. When you're a star, or when you're someone famous, or you're easily recognizable, sometimes people will agitate you. Maybe Lefty Gunplay was high, or Gunplay was drunk or something, and this guy kept asking him for something, and Lefty probably tried to tell him, hey, back up, back up, back up. He took a step forward and he took 2 fucking steps back. Now, people need to stop playing with Lefty Gunplay, obviously, allegedly, right? Because people could only take so much. We're seeing a lot of incidences happening with these rappers nowadays. Either they're getting clapped, their chicks are getting clapped, or they're getting beat up. We seen just, I think it was a couple weeks ago, the rapper from San Diego, Little Grifo, got knocked up out his McMuffin, right? Got his whole stuff and knocked out the Egg McMuffin. I seen him falling back. Shit, that guy quite possibly could be Little Grifo getting beat up by Lefty Gunplay. We don't know at this point. But it's not newsworthy for the people that are running around acting like he's some, we told you so, told me what? Okay, Lefty Gunplay got hard hands. Lefty Gunplay seen a situation and took advantage of it. The people that are out there saying Lefty Gunplay is knocking people out and he did it for the Soul Gang and he's doing all this, you don't know what it's behind. You know, it could have been a confrontation with his partner for all we know, right? One thing I do know for sure, someone got knocked out, someone stood up. That's it. The more that people keep circulating that video and putting Lefty Gunplay's name behind it and saying that actually, factually, it's him, you guys are basically snitching on that vault. You can get him a case. Okay, that's why I'm saying allegedly. I don't believe that to be Lefty Gunplay. I believe it to be someone similar looking to Lefty Gunplay, but I don't really think that's him. Okay, when he was out there asking for a few dollars for gas, that definitely was him. When he was walking all fucking tonto J-catted out in Santa Monica down the street at 3 a.m, again, that was him, right? But this video is so grainy, it's dark, you can't really tell. There's a lot of individuals that have a similar build and a similar look to Lefty Gunplay. Now, look, I'm not going to say it's him or not because, you know, this person that got knocked out could be feeling some type of way after he sees that this video is circulating of him getting downed, and he can go to the police and he can make a case on Lefty Gunplay, quite possibly sue him for a whole lot of money. See, people don't think about that. They just think about the, oh man, that's the homie. He did this, he did that, he knocked this guy out. Yeah, but there's repercussions for every action. How do I know? Because let me tell you how much of a baboso I was and why I did my last little stretch of time, which was only a few days, but it still was time, right? I thought I was a big badass. This is for all the people that have been watching my channel for years. They know this story to be true. It's facts, right? Those that just now are watching my channel, well, let me go ahead and cap it off for you. I had just got back from Los Angeles, from Orange County, from the IE, from that whole area, and I was coming back from a pay-per-view fight that I was involved in a main event. I act like it was a big deal, right? It was for the Raza, the Cholo Trucker Gunner fight. When I got back into Washington, right, I was gassing up the rental that I had, the car, like a dumbass. Instead of just flying, I drove a rental, right? Anyways, that's neither here nor there. I got involved in an altercation with a drunk driver, right? And, you know, me being new to YouTube content creation, I was told by one of my mentors, someone who laced me up, all content is good content. So I immediately pulled my phone out, tried to interview this guy, and he tried to get a little hostile, got crazy with me, and I had to put him on his pockets. I hit him with a 4-piece extra crispy with a side order of sucker sauce. Boom, he fell down. C'est la vie, I moved on. Okay, I hit the block one time, man. On my way back, he got my fucking license plate. Anyways, I posted this video online thinking I was cool, thinking I was Mr. Bad Guy, right? And that was used in court against me. Eventually, I took a kosher-ass dude. I had a good lawyer. But the thing was that if I did go to trial, that could have got me some time. You know, because I sitting there, and if this guy would have knew who I was exactly, he could have tried to get me for some money or something. I didn't have money, but he could have tried to get me for money. I say that to say this. Lefty Gunplay does have money. Lefty Gunplay does have way more, he's way more recognized than I ever was or ever probably might be, right? But he definitely does need to stay up out of those streets and involving himself in the shenanigans. It's easy for me to say, when just last week I was running up on Spider-Man trying to choke him out, trying to drag him behind the bush and knock him out. Tempers flare. You know, when you have an ex-convict or you have the ex-convict mentality, which Lefty Gunplay does, we all know Lefty Gunplay's been in and out of LA County Jail. We all know Lefty Gunplay's been to Pelican Bay and several other prison yards. And it's hard to let that prison mentality, that one jump, all jump, get off where you're mad at, on-site mentality go. You know, when you come from a place behind the walls where there's no tolerance for disrespect, where it's if someone disrespects you, you get off where you're mad at. Where if someone even looks at you a certain type of way, you're feeling some type of way. Then you're quick to let the hands go. You know, everybody judges Lefty Gunplay. And this is we're just saying it's all hypothetical and allegedly at this time because I'm saying that's not Lefty Gunplay on that video for criminal purposes, right? But let's just say it was Lefty Gunplay. We all know Lefty Gunplay is the world's most famous gangbanger, according to him, right? The face of LA. He has a lot to live up to. And he's constantly being harassed, bullied, criticized, critiqued, humiliated. You know, people are drawing pictures of him in weird positions. I mean, there's a lot of people, including myself at one point in time, man, that have made some pretty snide remarks considering Lefty Gunplay. I do it out of love. I do it out of respect. I do it out of jest. I do it out of comedy. But there's a lot of people that really hate that man because he's from Southern California or for whatever reason, right? And you could only take so much. And when you have that ex-convict mentality, that gang member mentality, you know, you're quick to throw hands with anyone. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win every fight you're in or you're going to be the first one to get off where you're mad at, but you definitely have it instilled in you to do that. Now, when I first seen this video of Lefty Gunplay, the alleged Lefty Gunplay, the Lefty lookalike, right? Knock this guy out. Two things came to mind. One, damn, Lefty, you let him get you emotional. I feel you, brother, right? The second thing was, damn, cha-ching, money. Money, money, money on the ground, right? You don't want to involve yourself when you're a celebrity with just anybody because you never know what their intentions are after the fact. The more people that keep spreading this propaganda, oh, Lefty's this, Lefty that. Look, I'll give it to you guys for reals. I watched it in slow motion, and I know there was 2 punches thrown, okay? The first punch looked like it clipped the chin. That could have been the knockout. The second punch looked like it just whiffed him. It didn't even catch him. But sometimes one and done is enough. Now, does this mean Lefty Gunplay's the fucking next fucking UFC fighter? Does this mean he's the next Politan? Is he the Sharma, right? No, Charmin, okay? You could land a lucky punch or really have hands, but that doesn't mean your mentality is hardcore all the time. You know, I think Lefty Gunplay's a good dude, a solid dude that, man, lets a lot go, gives people the benefit of the doubt. You know, he gets put in these compromising situations on camera, on video, where I've seen him, it looks like he's bowed down to people or he's just kind of turned the other cheek, and he's doing exactly what he needs to do because he realizes that as a celebrity, as a rap star out there in Los Angeles and Texas or wherever he goes, there's always going to be people that are trying to bait him in, just like there's going to be women that are trying to bait him into situations that could get him caught up. You have to be on your shit. You really have to, especially Lefty Gunplay when he gets as much hate as he does. Soul gang, straight up. Now, if he did do this, he needs to definitely put out some type of video explaining and apologizing about the situation, because I would hate to see this man get a court case or get criminally convicted of an assault, especially when he has ongoing cases in Texas, California. Let's not forget, man, he got caught with a clavo in his ass, right? In Texas. That's still ongoing. That ain't went nowhere. You know, he will eventually have to pay the piper for that one. Hopefully he can get some fucking drug court, maybe some help, maybe some NA meetings or something. But I don't know. In Texas, man, you get caught with a big old clavo on your ass like he did, you're looking at some time. So you guys do remember or recall when he got caught about a year and a half ago or a year ago. So he's still going through that. So anytime you're out and about, you know, I don't know if he's on bail from that charge. I believe he is. But anytime you're out and about and doing your thing and you're caught up in more crime, that is going to be utilized against you in the court of law. For that case, they're going to say, we let this guy out on bail. Look what he was doing. He's over here knocking people out. Now, it also says another thing. Lefty hits hard. He either hits hard or the guy was drunk hard. And I could tell you, it looked like a combination of the two. And I could feel his frustration in that video, the lookalike, right? I could feel his frustration because, you know, we don't know what was being said. We can't read lips. Like I said, the footage was very fucking grainy. And it was dark. But from what I've seen, whatever this man, whether he was a homeless man, an older man, some people are saying he was an old man, he was a homeless man, he was just a J. Look, it don't matter. Men are men, okay? And when another man is in close proximity of your face and you don't want him there, you have to do what you have to do to back him up. Now, I've never known Lefty or seen Lefty to just throw a punch with the quickness. That doesn't seem like it's his stilo. It seems more so with Lefty Gunplay, he's just going to turn the cheek because he has too much to lose. He knows that. But in this case, the Lefty lookalike let them go. He let them things go. Now, these youngsters that are running around on the internet all happy. Yeah, the homie Lefty got hands. The homie got Lefty. He's only the homie when he does something you like. But when they throw pictures out there of him looking like he's kissing another man, which we know that wasn't true. That was AI shit. But when they put pictures out, that ain't the homie. No, hell no. Homies don't get down like that. He's only the homie when he's doing something negative, right? That's not the homie. You want to prevent the homie from getting caught up in these type of shenanigans and situations. There should be no reason why these rappers from Southern California keep getting caught up in these fights. Now, it doesn't mean that they're suckers because they're fighting. That's, hey, this is the streets, homie, right? This is just how it goes. But still, at the end of the day, where's his team around him, his security, his people in place, man, to prevent these shenanigans from ever happening? Do you understand that he's the golden ticket? Lefty Gunplay is the bag. Now, he's not the bigger bag that he was maybe a few months back, a year ago, when he was popping like a motherfucker, right? Lefty Gunplay's star has dimmed just a little bit, but he's still recognizable and he's still known to get his money, right? So where is that team, them homies, man, them so-called homies around him to back him up, to make sure that people can't get in close proximity of his face? You know, that doesn't mean just because you have security, you're some type of soca or sucker, man. Sometimes you have to have people watching your back. Me, on the other hand, man, I'm a Lone Star State, right? I'm solo like I'm motherfucking Cholo. I'm Bolo. Most places I go, man, hey, I rely on this and that and whatever else happens to be around, right? But I will say this. I, too, sometimes become susceptible to emotions. You seen it. Video I dropped last week, man. I got a little emotional, let a motherfucker get inside my head, wanted to choke that motherfucker. But I realized I had a lot to lose. In my case, my daughters, my family, my livelihood, all of you that support me. There were so many different things going through my mind, and I'm sure there was a lot going through Lefty's mind, unless he was high or drunk. Now, knowing Lefty Gunplay, he's never been one to shy away from a pipa, okay? To what degree a pipa? The twirler, not the swirler, right? Or maybe so, I don't know. But I do know that Lefty Gunplay has been known. He said it himself that he likes to get higher than higher from time to time. Now, sometimes when you are high or drunk, you don't make good judgment calls. And this, if it was Lefty Gunplay, which I doubt it was for criminal purposes, was definitely not a good move. Okay, but I understand both sides of the coin. Sometimes with that gangster mentality, you just get off, man. You know, so for those of you that are cheering it on, cheerleading and saying, hey, man, Lefty's the one, he's the one. He got him a little notch right, but that doesn't mean that it can't be worse for him than it was for that dude that got put on his pockets. Because the more that this situation keeps floating around, the more that people keep talking about it, the more he can get his money took or get in trouble. So we need to kill that noise. And anyone who's out there running around saying, oh, that was Lefty for sure, stop fucking telling. It was not Lefty Gunplay. It was a dude that looked similar to him. Same build, same quacked ass tattoos, and same verbalization when it comes to rapping. But being him, I don't know if that was Franklin Holiday or not. You know, just to be honest with you. But he did look like him. Okay, but it wasn't him, as far as I'm concerned. Anyways, with that being said, man, I'm just trying to give game, not give up game, but give game. The more, you know, people can, it's the energy you speak. You could put something out there and fuck shit up. You know, and these people that are putting out videos every time someone gets in a fight, stop it, man. I learned my lesson, and I implore to you, man, to learn yours. You know, these detectives nowadays don't even have to do anything anymore. You're doing it for them. That's like these hood vlogs that are going on, man. I'm going to get deep into an explanation concerning those and how I feel about them. I haven't did really a video on how I really feel about these hood vlogs that are going on, but we're going to get into it. Okay, I'm not going to take you on a tour through nobody's neighborhood. Most definitely not mine ever, right? I'm not even allowed in my neighborhood. There we go. Pura. 10-5 a key. But what I will say, though, that doesn't mean I won't go. Shit. But at the same time, I don't think anyone should be opening that door. That's Pandora's box. You'll watch what happens to the guys that are doing it. It's not going to be nice. As far as Lefty Gunplay goes, man, I hope that he prospers. I hope that he learns from any type of situation he may or may have not been involved in. But yes, some civilian or somebody didn't look like a gang member. Looked like a grown man, maybe homeless. Looked like African-American descent, you know, but I'm not quite sure. It was dark. Got knocked out by somebody who looked like Lefty, and people are running around pointing the finger at Lefty Gunplay, saying, look, the homie got hands. The homie's down. The homie's down. Yeah. Okay. Well, 1 for 1. Grifo did it. Lefty did. With that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. Again, I want you guys to remember, stop talking about it, because the more that you put it into existence, the more that they can go and at least talk to them and apprehend them, and we don't need none of that, man. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, as far as I go, that wasn't Lefty, but he sure looked like him. This is the gun. Bang, bang.